They have walked among kings and presidents. They have whispered into the ears of generals, judges, and gods. They take vows that survive marriages, wars, and deathbed confessions. They are not myths. They are your neighbors, your professors, perhaps your president. For thousands of years, secret societies have shaped civilization from the shadows, not always with sinister intent, but always with one obsession: power. Tonight, we follow the evidence, not the fiction. Every spring, on a night known only to its members, a handful of students at Yale University are chosen. Not elected, chosen. The instructions they receive are stripped of all context, like commands from another century. No metal, no glass, no sulfur, not 3 times. Speak nothing of what you hear. This building has no windows the world can see through. It is known simply as the Tomb, and behind its walls, the most powerful fraternity in American history has held its rituals for nearly 2 centuries. Its name, Skull and Bones.
Now past to the first part, let's continue to the second.
Author and Yale graduate Alexander Robbins spoke to more than 150 members, but more than twice that number yelled, hung up, or threatened her. That fear told her everything. You do not protect something that harmless with that kind of ferocity. From the moment you are initiated, you are required to expose yourself completely. Your secrets, your desires, your failures. It is all recorded, and that record follows you. Inside the tomb, according to former members, every confession is transcribed into what they call the Black Books. Not a spiritual exercise, a dossier. Membership in Skull and Bones has launched senators, CIA directors, and 2 presidents. In 2004, both candidates for the most powerful office on Earth were Bones men. When asked in a presidential debate what that told the public, candidate John Kerry replied, "Not much, because it is a secret." George W. Bush laughed and said, "It is so secret we cannot talk about it." Both men laughed. The country laughed with them, but the question was never answered. When you force someone to confess, truly confess, you create leverage. The society knows things you cannot afford to have known. That is not friendship. That is architecture, a structure designed to bind. The line between a brotherhood and a trap is simply a matter of who holds the Black Book.
If you're still here, subscribe and channel and support me to bring more content.
The year is 1776. In a small town in Catholic Bavaria, a secular law professor named Adam Weishaupt is furious. Not recklessly, strategically furious. Surrounded by priests at the University of Ingolstadt, blocked at every turn by church dogma, Weishaupt does what every great disruptor does. He builds something new, in secret. Weishaupt believed that the rulers of this world would not be overthrown by armies. They would be surrounded, quietly, patiently, by men who understand what power truly is. Within a decade, the Order of the Illuminati had grown to over 2,000 members. Not peasants or radicals, but the intellectual elite of an entire continent. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, philosopher Gottfried Herder, educator Heinrich Pestalozzi. They gathered under a shared, radical conviction. Reason should govern mankind. Not kings, not churches. Weishaupt knew this would take time. He believed it might take 200 years before true enlightenment could triumph. He was building an institution that could outlast him. He may have been right, because what happened next did not destroy the Illuminati. It simply made them invisible. In 1785, a courier carrying Illuminati documents was struck by lightning and killed. On his body, Bavarian police found membership lists, coded correspondence, and the society's inner doctrine. The Illuminati were banned. Membership became punishable by death. Adam Weishaupt fled, disguised as a craftsman. But before he disappeared, he wrote 3 letters to America addressed to Benjamin Franklin. 3 requests to establish an Illuminati colony called Elysium in the New World. Franklin's reply, if one exists, has never been found. Printed on every American $1 bill are symbols that have fueled a century of speculation. The Eye of Providence, used by the Illuminati. The pyramid with 13 tiers. Weishaupt's order had 13 degrees of hierarchy. The year in Roman numerals, 1776. The year the Declaration of Independence was signed. Also, the exact year the Illuminati were founded.
Thanks for watch till the end, and us see in other documentary.